Alright, here we go!
もうその時間に存在していた。君の心が過去に戻ったこと自体、もともと起きていたことなんだ。
Alright, so they're talking about power of waking cheating and stuff. Oh man, he's going already!
なんだそのキーブレードは。
どうして空と同じ？
まさか。
Yes, expanded scenes! Oh, this looks really cool! Alright, we got team attacks in there!
まだ消えてない。命は消えてないってことだろ。
でも状況はこの間より深刻だよ。
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! This is the stuff I wanted! So fun!
ゼアノート、お前をそこから引きずり出してやる。
Oh man, we got such cool attacks!
異
Oh
質な
my
光の
god!
決断に左右されるのは確かに不幸なことだ。君は力を持つ強者は闇に覆われていく先の世界をどうしたいんだ？
どちらがダメージを受けてもテラが危険だ。ナミネはここから離れてあの海と空だけの世界で待ってて。
空は
You know, Lingering Will's really cool! He's really cool, man! They're showing a dash! Man, they showed a dash there! And I really hope that it means he's playable! Cause if he's not, I'm gonna throw up! Okay, that was really neat. Alright, now that we've seen the trailer, I'm gonna do my analysis, which amounts to me watching the trailer again. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're just gonna watch the trailer again. Numerous pauses, and the bulk of this video is gonna be seeing what did we miss, and I'm sure I missed a shit ton.
今の君の心は
The heart you have now has already existed during that time. I imagine all of this is Sora figuring out how to save Kairi by changing the past. We've got Axel going in using his chakrams and keyblades. I imagine stuff like this is cutscenes that would have happened in the main game if we showed them from their perspective. So it's stuff like them going, huh, this character has a kingdom key, right? Like, what's going on with that? So a lot of fleshing out those battles with additional cinematics and cutscenes is pretty cool. This 100% just looks like a special, like, super attack you'll get by hitting triangle at the right time during the fight, or... It looks like they're adding some of the reaction command-esque looking moments where it's like you do the right thing, or you hit a certain version of the point of the fight and you get to do a big attack. Which I think is really neat. This one looks pretty neat. I imagine this part's all about in the Remind scenario. Sora's talking about, yo, Kairi, we can find Kairi, right? But this time the situation's a lot worse. My read of that is that the situation is worse than the first time he met Chirithy here in terms of what Kairi's situation is. And now that she's been murdered by Xehanort, things just aren't great. So we'll have to see how he ends up figuring this whole thing out. Oh shit! Okay, now I saw this stuff and all I went was, oh shit, they're showing some of the limit cut stuff. What I didn't see, my wonderful friends, is that this I saw this. Look at him. They're going like that. I'm sorry. My voice is already shot and it hasn't been that long. So, from what we can see, this looks like they're redoing one of the attacks from Vanitas Remnant in Birth by Sleep, where an orb is formed in the center, and then he sends shadow versions that'll come in, and that will attack Sora directly. Which in that one you just dodged the entire time. But you know, this is a much different game. So let's have a look at it. Alright, so he did the block, which gives us access to Dark Burst, which I can only assume is just it also creates a barrier, so you can tell the Dark Burst is just going to be like the usual barrier reprisal, so it's a big shockwave around. That's exciting. Seeing a Dark Form and the Oblivion Keyblade is kind of what we were waiting to see. It being called Dark Form makes me just think that means Oathkeeper is going to be Light Form. So we'll have to see for that. It's a lot of guarding that, and then it opens here with Oathkeeper. And we got the Oathkeeper Light Form, and you're approaching Zigbar. And oh shit, is that a part of the same shot, do you think? I think it might be. There's a pink line throughout that whole thing there. Though that just may be some set dressing in the background always. So you see them going in, and then they start this sequence here where he shoots out, and he hit a button right to then do a quick shot in between. So his whole thing, I feel like the whole walking up is gonna be like a high noon type showdown sequence where if you have quick reflexes, you'll be able to get a good shot in against him. Just like in the other area, this is definitely limit cut content, which would be solo battles against all 13 organization members. Because just like in the Vanitas stuff, it's this cool, like, sky background. It's this Scala-esque platform, but this one's a darker blue and a silver. I imagine this look might be in a new area that you explore, like their own Scala-esque looking area that then leads to a chamber to do these fights. That's kind of what I want. And overall, they've shown 2 fights, Vanitas and Zigbar, and both of them look very exciting. Let's have a look at him taking that hit. So the shot comes out, it hits him once, and then it hits. Okay, so it does a decent amount, does a decent chunk, and him taking that shot seems to bring him down. So maybe you get rewarded with some extra damage by going in. The next scene that they show is another one of. This Aqua and Ventus were just alone against these 2 guys, so they have their own scene where they're talking and stuff. I mean, more shit-eating grin Terra Xehanort's all I need. This is the hypest shit! The other special attack with Roxas and Axes don't mean shit when you create... You're gonna turn Ventus's Keyblade into an ice, like, snowboard and slam it into the enemy. I suppose letting false light dictate the future might be pretty lousy. So you have the power to make a change. What do you want from the world? Now, my general read from this was in the previous trailer, young Xehanort has gray eyes. Or silver eyes, I guess, and they were talking about his world tour, which in the reports of KH3 talked about how he took a world tour before becoming a master proper. So I feel like this still might be from that time, and it's like fleshing out his storyline a little bit more. I don't know if this is something that's directly affecting things that happened at the end of KH3 or not. I don't know. The false light and everything almost makes me think like this is him talking about his general motives behind the stuff in Kingdom Hearts series in general, maybe. Where he's like, the false light is, is Kingdom Hearts as it is now, where people are infecting it with the darkness that exists within themselves, and that's why he kind of wants the complete reset, the complete purge. Though that's just my read of this. There's not enough info to go on. Also that, I imagine that's Master of Masters. I don't know the Japanese VA. I don't know if that's Sugita or not. Actually, most likely is. It's bad news for Terra if either of them get hurt. So, the read of this, right, is that Sora, in my mind, Sora is, like, in the final world and in, like, the Station of Awakening trying to get shit done, right? He's trying to save Kairi. But it almost feels like he's playing, like, a metatextual, like, game. like where he's outside the game board and he's trying his best to influence things and bring things together, right? And he's got Naminé here as an attempt, you know, and being like, hey, we need to figure something out here. And he's like, all right, so it's bad news for Terra if either of them get hurt, which I assume he means Aqua and Ven. You have to leave, go to the world of ocean and sky. And then they cut to this. They cut to Lingering Will. This might be the best part of the fucking trailer for me, because it's just them going, yeah, there is no one here! And this is a very big generic place you could fight someone in. And then they dash into Remind. The thing that I wanted the most from the Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind DLC or any addition to this game was to make a Lingering Will Terra Xehanort fight playable in, you know, in the Kingdom Hearts 3 game engine. I wanted that really fucking bad, and you don't show that shot if you have no plans to do that, in my opinion. Because you already like showed it before. Like, this whole thing is about fleshing things out. The ultimate way of fleshing something out is to just give people that fight. I totally 110% think that's happening. It's coming this winter, though. There's no date yet, which isn't surprising at all. There's really no reason for them to show the date yet, because it's DLC. It's not like some big reveal where it's like, you need to know the date of this DLC 6 months before it comes out. My prediction is that it comes out around mid-January, around the time where it's been a year since the game's been out. That's my prediction on when we will have this in our hands. But let's go through it one more time and just kind of reflect upon what we've seen, what's so exciting. And boy, man. Oh man, I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped and primed for more Kingdom Hearts 3 content, right? Overall, I was really satisfied with the main game. So this kind of just giving us an alternate view of the Keyblade, the final Keyblade war battles will be pretty ace. Because my prediction is Sora's trying to prevent Kairi's death and save her, which will lead us into the end where he fades away and explain that. You know, to the people in the back who somehow didn't understand such a simple plot point, but you know. It'll allow them to show you what the true canon version of those final battles were, potentially. Because he's so focused on saving her that he's not in those critical fights. That's kind of my read of that. So I have to wonder how long Remind is, but so far, this is kind of pretty much everything I wanted to see from this trailer. It showed that Oblivion is in the game. It's going to have its own free form. They showed that we have extra super bosses. Some of that Masters of Masters cutscenes we'd seen before. The Keyblade Graveyard fights with team attacks. And Naminé was shown in the game visually. And she's a cutie patootie, and it's really good to see that they finally decided to give her any screen time at all. And most of all, Lingering Will has to fucking be playable. I feel it in my bones. What a fucking good last shot. This DLC is gonna blow my fucking mind coming this winter. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this. Unless any information pops up that I clip onto the end, that's gonna do it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm so pumped, man!